So today I'm going to go out for a hike that is one of those that's in my neighborhood and I've never done. Soda Ridge Mountain, right back up over there. I've run down the valleys of it, I've run on the side of it, but I've never actually been to that peak. So today we're going to go up and see what it's like. And why have I not hiked it yet? I don't know. I don't really have a really good reason. I guess the easiest explanation is that I get comfortable. I have my own routes. I have designated trails. I know how far they are, how long they take. And I think like everybody, I tend sometimes to just go with what I know instead of looking out there and seeing things, you know, just outside of my front door that are opportunities. Figured I'd go a little off trail and do some exploring. So we'll see what's up there. The old timers that toughed it out up here, they just must have been as hard as nails. I mean, not only to climb up here every day for work, hammer through rock, but probably to do it too not in optimal conditions. I mean, it probably wasn't just a summer gig, right? I mean, early spring, fall, when the snows are moving in and it gets bitter cold and the wind up here, I just can't even imagine. We've had a couple of bear come down into the neighborhood in the last month or so, and during the day they're not a huge deal because they just kind of sleep up in the trees, but this is not a often traveled part of the woods, and so I want to keep an eye out and make sure that I didn't stumble into their hiding place. Hey, score! I actually found a pretty big patch up here of wild raspberries. Oh man, those are good. There's not actually that much more left. I've made it up the front face. I'm gonna head up just a little bit until this little gully meets, and then just make the final push up to the top. So I made it to the top, and it's really cool. Up at the ridge line, it actually meets up with a lot of the cut areas that have been taking place over the last several years. We got really devastated a few years ago by pine beetle, and that created, one, a need to clear out some of the dead growth, but also gave us the opportunity to be able to create huge fire breaks up here right along Keystone Gulch. And you'll see that those open areas in between the forest on the other side of the gulch, those have also been cut. And what it does is it creates a huge barrier between any fire coming from Durkham or the Keystone side, preventing it from going up, and also preventing it from coming up over this ridge, which would threaten the neighborhoods on the other side. So I'm really happy for a lot of reasons. One, it makes us safer. Two, it's really exciting to see what's coming up. So as you know, as the years have gone on since the cuts were made, we're starting to see little clumps of aspen grow up here. And aspen, of course, are beautiful, particularly in the fall when the leaves change. But it also means that we're getting better diversity up here in our ecosystem. You know, we're kind of a mono, primarily lodgepole pine up here, and that can create some really hazardous conditions for things like beetle, for lack of diversity and forest health. And so I'm really encouraged to see a little bit more diversity. Well, thanks for coming along today. Yeah, it was pretty cool. I've been looking up here for a while and wanted to come and just never really put that together. So today seemed to be perfect. The temps are right, the sun was out, and plus I also found that secret stash of raspberries back there. So definitely gonna have to come back maybe this weekend with the kids and some buckets and load up on some raspberries and maybe even some splices, see if we can't get some raspberries growing down in the yard. So, all right, well, thanks for coming along and have a good one.